Good day, guys, good day. I'm out today in the backyard, guys, and we're gonna do a bit of bit of work, bit of tidying up. And I think in my last video that heap rubbish, I was gonna set it alight, but yeah, I managed to burn some out, but depends on how the day goes. If it died down and I got enough time, I'll pile some more up, because I got some more rubbish lying around, guys, and I'll put a burn in that one, but we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff, continuation on what we've done so far, and yeah, just get the place tidy up, because summer is here, guys. Summer is here. We're gonna bring out the jerk pan. We're gonna spend more time in the backyard more than anything else. So yeah, we have to keep it nice and tidy and clean. But most important, guys, before we go any further, I want to say love and respect to all my subscribers. Love and respect to all my close YouTube families, the ones who watch the videos, the ones who subscribe, and the ones who's about, love, harmony, and peace. Yeah, man, because that's what we crave and need in the world right now, guys. Peaceful people, loving people. Sorry, peaceful and loving people. And, yeah, just good people to be around, in our circles. So, love, respect, and honor to all my subscribers and all my viewing watchers that watch the videos and keep coming back and watching the videos. Love and respect to you guys, maximum. Okay, so let's go, guys, let's go. We're gonna get straight into it. Okay, let's go. Here we have a plum tree, guys. I put this plum tree here, but it's coming up nicely. Yeah, man, good. And here we have the shed, guys. Still working on some bits. As I built it, I've extended a next piece on the side, as you can see here, where we have the first bit, and then this bit here is another compartment. So I'm working on that bit at the moment, but yeah, there we go inside this one. I've got this stuff stuck up in here, guys. It's built, and I got loads of stuff in here already, as you can see. I'm going to take out some of the stuff sooner or later and get it ready, but I'm getting the next side ready, guys. So you're going to see that bit. And here we've got another big massive plum tree that I've potted, and it coming up nicely, guys, growing up tall like a monster. You see what I mean? You see how high it is already. Yeah, so that's the next one. So that's one there, and we got one here, and we got another one there, and they're growing up tall. Yeah, man. And that fire, as I said, I'm supposed to light some more. On the last video that you seen, the backyard, there was a nice little pile there and I burned it out, but we have to do it in the right time. So yeah, maybe if I got the time today and the time look right today, I'll get up some more rubble around and just do a control burning right there where I got the water close by, and you know, just get it started. Yeah man, so that's the next plum tree, guys, you know, and that's the babies them around the back here. Just give you a little look, see, you saw them stand at attention. Yeah man, and as you can see, guys, look, there is the seeds. That's the seeds that I put directly in the ground, you know. They're coming up as well, guys. You see, that's one of the seeds as well. That big one is what I put, and that's the one that I put straight in the ground before. They're coming up, guys. Yeah, they're coming up. You can see them. There they are. They're coming up. But it looked nice. Looked nice. Okay. Let me go across here. Yeah man. So we're gonna go around in the back there, but I've got a little barrier here that I've created at the moment, temporary little gate, you know, makeshift, but I'm gonna put a proper one there. But let we get this one pulled down, and yeah, ready to go. So let me open this one, guys. Let me open it up a bit that we can get past. Open it up, guys. There we go. So we just leave these on the side here for now. So that's the space open up that we can go through and take a look. So yeah, the cabbage are doing great, guys. And let me open up the this little nursery, you know, give the babies some breathing space. Yeah, some air. Get these out at the moment. Put that there. And open up the nursery. The reason why I've got these plastic on it, these blue plastic and stuff, is just to, in the night time, you know, it's still got a little bit of frost going on or freezing, but with the plastic that I put on it, it will give it that additional heat, you know, that the cold don't get too, you know, it don't get too cold inside, guys. We don't want it too cold inside, so that plastic will keep the heat in at night. And that's some more seedlings coming up. So I'm just gonna rest these here for now. Yeah man. And here, whoa, look at the peas. That's the peas, guys, in the corner there. That's the peas coming up. Good. All right, good. These are looking all right so far, so good. You know, just a little look, guys, you know, on your produce when you put them in the ground and they're coming up. You take a little look what's going on. So yeah, I've got some spinach coming up in there, guys, but the spinach, you know, the sun, yeah, the sun is taking on them spinach. All right, that's some thyme. Yeah, I've got some thyme coming up as well. That's the Jamaican thyme that you put in your pot. It's coming up as well, guys. This bed here, we're gonna get some stuff in this bed here. I only got the peas along here, guys. Just the peas I've got along here. So we're gonna get some more stuff in this bed, and we're gonna get some more stuff in that bed, because we only got the peas and the lining at the edge at the minute. Yeah, so you might see some more stuff going in today as well, guys. Yeah man, let's go. let's go. We're gonna have a look at the cabbage, and here guys, right, got a little time set in there, you know, trying to catch back this breed, because this is an offcut I'm trying to save. You know, it's gone a bit dried, but I'm trying to save it. Yeah man, hopefully this baby come back to life. Yeah. And over here guys, right, is where we have at the frontier, that's the elephant garlic. You know, a small little bed in the back here. This breed here is the one that you've seen ages ago, right, which I think I told you guys I was going to put it at home to catch the breed back here. Only get like a few little pigs, and look, they're coming up as well guys. So what I'm going to do when all that come to perfection, where I can spread it out some more, I will do that. You know, take up everyone and spread it out some more. So I'll be having like a nice bed. I'm hoping to have a nice bed just with the elephant garlic. Yeah, the elephant garlic. And in the middle here is where I have a nice Jamaican thyme coming up as well guys. It's so lush and green, that look so lovely. Yeah. And behind is the Jamaican scallion. So that's the Jamaican scallion right behind the thyme guys. So that Jamaican scallion, I'm going to do the same thing with that Jamaican scallion. As soon as they come up and I can separate them, I'm going to spread it out as well. Yep. Yeah man. Right here guys is where we have the cabbage, right? And look how lovely they stand up guys, and coming up so nice since I've potted them. You know, look at that, you can see them now, every individual one. And round the edges, where you can see round the edges, right, is where the peas are coming up guys. I put them peas at the edges. Let me show you. You see all them peas at the edges? Yeah, all them peas, that's peas guys coming up. That's peas at the edge coming up, right? So inside on the edges you're gonna have the peas, and if you can remember, those are the ones that I've put. Those are the ones that I've put in, you know, from the nursery. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 big ones that I've put in from the nursery, and look how nice they stand at attention. But on the edges, right on the edges, you've got the recipes them that I've put directly in the ground, which is shooting up so lush. Whoa. And in the middle you've got cabbage guys, in the middle here. So right here is just a walkway, so we didn't put none at the front here because you have to step inside, and that's where I'm going to stand, and I can maneuver in this little small space. It's just good enough for anything that you've got in these little small spaces, and you can reach and you can turn just from here. You don't have to go straight in there and walking up and down, you know, because you want to keep the ground, you know, soft up, and every so often you go in there, you might dig it up a little bit with a little shovel, you know. And when I say dig it up, not vigorously going through it and digging stuff, but you just give it a little turn in between and a little around the roots, and you got your little garden fork where you just, you know, give it a little dig and go around the roots, and you know, if need be, you start back it up with some dirt around it, but you keep it loose and nice in there guys. So maybe about another week I will go in and start doing that when the cabbage, you know, get a bit more mature in the ground and big. Yeah man. Yes guys. So let's go. We're going to go over that bit where I'm preparing that side of my shed. You know, I'm going to show you guys. So let's get the stuff and get it opened up because it's locked up at the minute. Okay, let's go. Here we have our drill, right, and we're gonna open up this section. All right, guys, we're gonna open it up. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys inside here. There we have it, guys. So that's the area I'm working on, right? And as you can see, it's adjoined to the button that I've done so far. So I'm putting another little section in here, right? And I'm gonna have a little door going here because when you come in here and you can go through that bit here, I'm gonna clean out inside this little section because there's another bed in here, guys, which I've created to be like a little nursery again, but this is going to be like a nice controlled nursery. So inside here, when we've got stuff where it's cool, outside is a bit cold, or you know, when you start putting up your stuff and you know the weather is not properly heat, you know, the heat is not out fully, you can have your stuff inside here in a controlled big space where you can keep them safe until the weather gets a bit better. You can go outside, guys. So when I clean it out, you will see. But this is the spot in here, guys, and over there is where you got the cabbage. Yeah, so it's pretty close, and it's a separate little spot. So you will come in this area and you can do what you're doing, and you can go outside here through that section and attend to that little spot in this control environment. And look at my pots, guys. That's loads of my pots, you know. Yeah, man. But yeah, there you have it, guys. It's you know, your boy's doing stuff to get ready. Yeah, man, because you have to have the space to safeguard your stuff, you know, your plants. Yeah, you know, it's no point to you guys spend all that time and getting your plants ready and you don't take care of it. You know, you just leave it out there and hoping for, you know, nature to be good to you, which that's what we really want. But sometimes you have to take that extra step to make sure you secure your things them yourself. So that's the space, guys. I'm creating that space, and that's the next shed finished. But yeah, I'm getting the stuff. I've ordered the roof lining to come for the complete roof. I'm going to do the complete roof at the moment. I've water seal it at the moment in terms of putting a there's some board on the top. I've put like a waterproof plastic on the top as well, and I've put some big wood on the top of it, you know, them lat. Yeah, some big strong lat on the top of it to hold the plastic down for the moment, you know. So yeah man. But this side I'm gonna do the whole of that roof come across when I completed this section. And that's the section there I'm telling you about, which I've created, which I'm gonna go in through that bit, and then you can tend to this garden just here, which is gonna join to this one, which is pretty secure for all the produce, you know, all the babies, all the plants. Yeah man, just staying there and in a protective area, guys. But you know, yeah man, I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. Let me move on. Yeah, we can talk some more. Let me move on, guys. Let's go. Yes, guys. Whoa. Here we have some paint, guys, where we're going to do some painting, you know, just a little touch up. But this is what I'm saying when I said to you guys, you know, there's all little changes making onto the space. Yeah, we're making a whole heap of changes to the space. So maybe what you see today, when you see it again another time, it changes, right? It changes, guys, because the space is always transforming into something else. Now, this is a protective paint, right, where you're using the outside, you know, to put a coat on the shed and the fencing, any woodwork outside. You know, as you can see, some of the wood look a bit browny, right? And yeah, it's like it's drying out. It's because the weather, because when you're in this type of weather, you know, the you have to put this type of coating on these wood. You see what I mean? Because it will dry out the wood, and then it gets a bit old and dried and crispy, whereby it you have to change it quickly. But when you put these sort of protection coating on it, it will last for a couple of years. Yeah, it will last for a couple of years, guys. Trust me. And you'd appreciate it more. You know, you get more out of the actual wood for years. And if you do it when you first need to, in that first time of putting up the structure or any partition or fencing or shed or thing that you're doing outside with the wood, right? You give it a bit of coat to can take that first, we call it weathering, it blending in that time frame. So by the time the shed put up, and by the time the winter, the cold, the sleetness, everything is set in, you know, that protection of layer will start kicking for the wood. You see what I mean? It start kicking for the wood. But yeah, this has to be done. It's been a long time coming, but the day is running out fast today, and I wanted to do some more in terms of get that partition finished up today. I could finish up today, but I said to myself, a bit of change of plan. I might as well just put this coating while I'm here, and maybe tomorrow I'll come back and do some more work on the inside bit. Yeah, because the inside bit is more, I wouldn't say time consuming, but yeah, I'm going to be locked in that little space, you know, doing a lot of cutting and transformation in there. So this makes sense today to just come out and put the little coat on this fence lining, because the piece is coming up, and yeah, you don't want it to come up while the paint is drying. Even though this paint is a quick drying paint, guys, it dries really quickly. By I finished today. This is going to be dried, within, record time, couple hours or less. All right, it's a nice protective paint. And as you can see, if you know when that shed was, before I coated, it was a bit dried out brown, and look at it now, it's looking nice, and I haven't finished yet. When you see the completion, even though it's been a while since I was putting up that bit, but yeah, I've done some extension, and for that reason, I didn't, I've extended, and there's supposed to be another coat of this paint go in it as well. Give it another coat over, and also get the handles on the door, and for both door now, because there's another compartment created. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about with myself when we're creating these spaces. It's like you always, I don't know about yourself, but for me, I love to have these little sections to do stuff, because that's when I can function better, when I got my space created. Yeah, and I have to have my space to do whatever. A mechanic is as good as his tool, and same thing with a carpenter. If you ain't got the tools or the space or the mindset, you're not going to execute the work properly. You understand? So when you've got the space and that frame of mind to execute what you want to do, if just in that frame of mind, and you got the space to function or whatever you need to do, you've got that mindset and everything locked in, you will execute what you need to be executed perfectly. And it's the same thing, same approach with everything, guys. You have to have that foundation layer laid down for what you guys want to do. Even if you ain't got a solid foundation, you have to have that, it's like a little roadmap, your little plan at hand, right? What you're going to do, how you're going to do it, or, how you're approaching it. And, not everybody can work under pressure, certain pressures, or in a certain environment where it's too all over the place. So, yeah, we love to create when it's peaceful. And when I say peaceful, when it's you creating your time, your leisure, and doing it, for yourself or for anybody really. The approach is, peace of mind, comfort. You have to feel comfortable in anything that you're doing, any work environment you go in, any organization, anything that you're doing, you have to feel peaceful in that environment. If there's no peace in that environment, guys, you're not gonna do it 100% effectively, because you're in some form of stress. You're not comfortable, right? So you have to be in that mindset to even want to be there, or want to carry out the work, or want to go further, or get that inspiration, get that drive, that vibe to want to do more. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's how it is with the approach to everything. We create, even when you working, right, at work, at times you have to create little task to make the workload easier. So you see, it's still preparation, still an organization, or you have to do some form of organizing to execute your day, even at work. So it's this thing what I'm talking about. It's very important to get yourself comfortable into anything that you're doing, right? That you can get locked in. And when it's a locked in, you're in the zone, right? And you're ready to do whatever. Some people don't turn up like that, and this is how you have to be turning up each time, ready, assertive, right? And you have to be that way. That approach has to be firmly executed, right? I'm not gonna go too religious or biblical, nothing like that. But Rastafari, Haile Selassie, you know, Jaja bless. Rastafari is about assertiveness, present, ready, self-sufficient, self-reliance, and always ready. You know, you don't have to have a locks on your head to be Rastafari. I want you guys to know that, you know, because a lot of you are Rasta just by how you assert yourself, because that's the forefront of Rastafari, Haile. You understand? And the reason why I'm saying this, you have to be assertive with your purpose, and make it be a purposefully and driveful thing for you. And how you assert yourself, or you conduct yourself, right? And these things is very important, because for so long we've seen a lot of the youths, a lot of people, you know, they don't know how to communicate. You understand? And it's so a shame when you know, you're not going to say people are ignorant or they're stupid or anything like that, but how a lot of people conduct themselves is not the way how you're supposed to, right? People can lose themselves. People get ignorant. Anybody can get ignorant. Anybody can disagree to agree. Anybody can disagree to not agree with everything. But, you know, how you conduct yourself, guys, is very important. You understand? There's a time and place for everything. I'm not going to say you're going to see danger and you behave like it's like a rocket science. No, you must know what to do in that sense, you know. But the lack of people not understanding, you know, simple terminology and getting it wrong is widespread. And that's why we have the chaos, and that's why we have problems, because a lot of people not asserting themselves the right way, you know, not being, you know, in them full self. It's like them lost, you know, them all over the place. Them, you know, can't function. You understand? And you have to can function. But the whole point of me saying all this, you know, to you guys, because that is the forefront of everything, right? And you have to be in that mindset. You have to be in that mindset, guys, because the time you're not in that mindset, you're turning up not in that mindset of executing what you need to do properly, right? And these days you have to be in that zone, you have to be in that mindset, because I'm sorry to say, guys, you know, if you're not there, a lot of you are going to be left behind, because when you see some people turning up in their full potential, ready to execute, you're wondering what you done wrong. And it's not what you've, you might misunderstand that person, and you start behaving a certain way when that person is operating at them full capacity, the full 100% charged up, ready to go, and you're wondering what's going on, why this energy bunny is moving so buzzed up, so ready to go. Is because a lot of us is working off our full potential. You understand? We're not playing. We've waked up. You wake up. We're ready. We see what can happen and what can't happen if you don't. You understand? So that's just the mindset, guys. And back to the point of the garden, we have to create this space, you see what I mean, in our heads that we can function. Because if you don't have a garden ready, how are you going to get food? You so simple? If you don't put nothing in the ground, how you expect to reap? Are you going to be using your purchasing power to purchase stuff all the years of your life? Fair enough. If a lot of you got the money and you're not in that space or that mindset to produce anything, it's not anything wrong. Okay? Yeah, it's okay. You guys can do what you want to do, live what you want to live, and use your purchasing power to purchase whatever. There's still nothing wrong with that, right? I'm here to talk to the unfortunate ones who ain't got that purchasing power, right? And even if you do got that purchasing power, sometimes it's best to create, be creative and be assertive, because you know when you do something, it's done properly. These days, we can't vouch for everything and everybody. You understand? So, yeah. That's where we're at. That's where we're at, guys. Right? But, yeah. As I said, you know, you have to be assertive, man, in everything that you do, man, and ready. Turn up in your full potential, man. Don't turn up knowing you're going to cook and you're supposed to wear a certain clothes, you're supposed to have your certain seasoning, or you're supposed to go and get certain things, and then you turn up and say you forget. And some might get away with it one time, but you keep turning up in that same, you know, you don't understand. We have to even get the basis, you know, the basic standpoint, yeah, that we can function. And a lot of it is preparation. A lot of it is actually stepping in the space and doing it. You understand? So if you're not doing it, how are you going to know what result you're going to get? And sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone, because a lot of you in your comfort zone might say, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. You know, that's the first sign of failure, right? And I'm trying to empower you guys in terms of when you tell yourself you can't do something, that's the first sign of failure, guys. Never turn up in that power. Yeah, you all said power. You never turn up with that self. You know, you have to turn up with that mindset and that power, ready to execute. Even if you can't, you tell yourself, I'm going to do it. You know, because by doing that, you halfway, 3/4 there already. Yeah, no joke. So that's the preparation for a lot of these things and spaces. I have to make the preparation. And when you ain't got like a big, you know, I do a lot, guys. And when I say I do a lot, you know, I cover a lot of grounds. I have to be very balanced and grounded in terms of my position, right? And when it's a position, sometimes your decision can cause a lot of problem if you get it wrong. So our decision or my decision have to be spot on, right? You can't get everything right. You can't get everything right. But you see, when you're moving in this, when you're moving in that assertiveness, right? 99.9% of the time, you will find solutions, because that's how it goes when you're on that path, right? And what you're trying to do, you will get it done. Yeah, because nobody ain't gonna, as I said, we don't do things what we don't understand, because it can cause failure. We have to at least have the basis, you know, the basic knowledge to go off, so you know exactly that you're on the right path. You don't take path and you don't know what you're doing. In other words, you're going to put things into things and you don't know the result that you're going to get. Nobody do that. You don't do that. Especially, in other words, if you're going to be a farmer, why using certain things if you ain't got no knowledge of it? You don't. You don't, guys. It's like the other day, right? I think the video that I've done by the up by the bigger garden, right? I was telling you guys about the rotation of the crop, and I think I mentioned about the tires, putting potatoes in the tires. Now, I'm not going to go in depth about the tires, right? But I would not just take myself up and chuck it in the tires just like that. I'll do my research first, even though I've mentioned it. And when I do my research, if I find that there's anything harmful inside the tires that gonna go in my body, I wouldn't. You understand? But things like that, I do my research first. You know, a lot of the guys out there, you might not see it, even though they might telling you stuff and they might saying stuff from a serious standpoint, like, yeah, they know what they're talking about. A lot of these guys, they do the research, guys. So they know what they're talking about. And when I say research, you know, some people call it fact check. You know, that means you have to research and get your facts straight before you come and make certain claims. That's what I'm talking about. You know, we have to do a research when it comes on to everything and everything, you know, especially these food stuff and that, because you don't want to put stuff in your body to start with, and you don't want to give anybody anything that you don't have any knowledge of. Okay, guys? You have to be safe and protectful of yourself and people. You understand? Some people just get up because they can make a money, make a buck, and they just do anything. We don't do that to people. We preserve life around here. You understand? Yeah, we nurture and preserve lives around here. We ain't gonna take it ourselves by being stupid. You understand? Because that to me is just basically, some people don't got the time for do them research, and some people is all about the money. And we're not about the money. You understand? We're all about life, people. Yeah. Maintaining life and people, guys. Yeah. Yeah, man. We don't run down money. Yeah. Money is nothing. Even though they say it have to make things function, but we were surviving before money. You know? And that's another thing what we're going to touch on sooner or later. You know, whereby a lot of you guys think it's this and that. You have to be skilled, man. You have to be well sort of. You know, people want you. People, you know, come sort you out. And when I say sort you out, come look for you, because you got the knowledge. You got knowledge of what you're doing. You could be a good farmer. You got someone who's a good mechanic. People go and find him anywhere he is. You have a man who him can plant the ground so good that when him plant, him can do acres and acres. You go and look for them, man. Yes, when people want to know them type of people, and this is a thing. You see what I mean? Yeah, that's how it is. You know, you have to get certain things right, man. You see what I mean? How you think people becomes a professional? Huh? They don't just become a professional like that. A lot of them work on themselves, work on them craft, work on them things day and night. When you sleeping, when you're out there doing bad nonsense, they're working. You understand? And when I say working, they're perfecting their craft, what they do to be that person that people want to call people want to them to do work for them or whatever it could may be, because they are the professionals, because what? They spend time and get them things properly done. You understand? And they've invest that time into themselves to reach that level. To reach that level, guys. But yeah, it's not rocket science, you know, guys. And when I say it's not rocket science, it don't mean you have to be this universe, this color. No, all it takes is just common sense and you being assertive. Because once you got understanding, right? Once you got understanding, guys, right? And you're willing to calm and collective and learn, you will learn. You will learn, guys. Honest to God. Yeah, you will learn. And that's the whole thing. You understand? You have to just be patient and don't be ignorant, because a lot of people are ignorant, and it come back down to the ignorance again, you know, because that's another thing, guys. Why is it floating around? The ignorance of some people is oh God, it's unbelievable. You know, you don't even want to be in the same space as them, because they don't understand. They don't understand. And that's the truth. You know, and that's the whole sad part of the thing with people. You understand? It's not like some people don't want to deal with you, you know. And it's not like some people don't understand you. They understand you. They just don't want to be in that space, because that don't make no sense. Certain stupidity, certain ignorance, a lot of people can't deal with it, because it don't make no sense. No, or me you go argue over something that me don't have the answer for. And maybe because you don't have the answer for it, me can stop there and say me know more than you. No, you better me leave you alone to hold on your beliefs until you come to some form of acknowledgement one day that you know what that person was saying was right. And I love when it gets to that point sometimes for some people, because I'm not going to be there standing arguing with you, trying to prove that point while you're acting in that power, that ignorant power. You understand? Because that can be dangerous for some people. You see what I mean? When some people don't understand nothing and them dark like midnight, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Leave them alone and them darkness like midnight. You understand? Yeah? Leave them alone and let them operate in that dark like midnight state. Yeah. But the whole understanding to the process of being ready or being in these spaces is very, very serious, guys. You have to turn up in that, you know, energy. With that energy. You have to turn up in that energy, guys. Because if you don't, oh my God, problem for you in your life. Because you don't have no assertiveness, you don't have no sense of direction, you don't have no patience. You see what I mean? You just want it and you want it now, and you don't know how to assert yourself to be humbled and to you know, grasp it, learn it. And some of you guys, you know, they don't want to learn. They don't want certain people to teach them, because they feel like, oh, you can't teach them nothing. You know, who is you to teach me this? Who is you to teach me that? Oh God, man. And that's when I'm telling you about the how them operating in them space and the ignorance and the dark like midnight. Yeah, because this is how it is now. Everybody know everything now, but nobody can do the right thing. Eh? You saw it is? Everybody now know everything now, right? And they're still not doing the right thing. The other thing, say if everybody know big and grow up and have sense because they know things, they'll be acting like big people. You understand? And acting with that respect and love, sorry. Yeah. I need to shift that thing to get that paint up, but I don't want to drop too much paint on the inside, close to the edges near my plants. So I'm not going to go inside here for now. Might just catch this little piece here. But yes, guys, you know, it's really serious, guys. It's really serious when you're in that zone and you're ready. You see what I mean? When you're in that zone and you're ready, guys, yeah, man, you're good to go. You're good to go. No joke. But yeah, you know, not everybody is gonna be comfortable with some of the things I'm saying, because some people are in the mindset. Yeah, see what I mean? Some people are in that mindset, right? And because they're in that mindset, you can't tell them nothing different. So being respectful, as I am, is for anybody who wants to take it in. You know, nothing wrong is for sale. Yeah. Some of the best things in life is free. Not everything is for sale. And as I said, we don't run down money. I don't run down money. You know, how can I run down everything that I already have in this life? I got everything one man could possess in this life. You know, I got my dignity, I got my pride, got my integrity, and I'm a full-blown man acting in my, you know, temple, my body and soul. You understand? So I don't see nothing out there where somebody can dandle over me like, yeah, do you want this? Okay, I've got it, you don't. No. I know myself. I know what I want. And I want life. I love life. I appreciate mankind, you know, and I love to help people. It's looking good, guys, on this side so far. I'm going to try and go to that end, but I think I need my big rollers to start doing all that. But yeah, I love life, guys, and I love human being in terms of, you know, you have to love mankind. You can't hate mankind, because this is where we go wrong. When you hate, is a hell of a thing to say, hey, you hate, right? And when you don't help to make something better, you're going to make it worse. You can imagine if everybody to get up and say we're going to do the wrong thing, how would this world be a better place? You understand? Some of us, or all of us, should say we're going to do the right thing. And then you have the world a better place. Okay? So that's the standpoint where we're coming from. We have to be mindful on what you say to people, you know, how you treat people. And when you want to say you're doing something good for somebody, do it from a good place, man. You understand? Make it come from a good place here. Yeah. It has to be coming from a good place. It can't be coming from the negative place, man. Eh? has to be coming from a good place, guys. No joke. Has to. You know, when something is good, it feel good. You know it's good. You have to ask that, guys. And this is no joke. When something feel good, you know. Right? You feel it in your heart, soul, and body. That's why I said nobody not supposed to trick you. Nobody not supposed to come tell you nothing what you don't already feel and know. Because this is not just you not knowing, This is you, acting in your right self. It feel right. And by saying that not everything feel right is right, guys. But I'm just talking about sometimes when you feel the good vibe. You saw the good vibe feel, that's what I talk about. When something good happens to you, you know it's good. How you feel good, don't it? Well, that thing that I talk about, guys. You know when it feel good. Nobody can trick you. And you know when it's wrong. You understand? So do the right thing. You see what I mean? Do the right thing. Because, as I said, that's our guidelines, right and wrong. So I don't want nobody to say, I didn't know it was wrong. No, the whole of we born with it. When it feel right, we know it's right. When it feel wrong, we know it's totally wrong, man. You understand? And 99.9 time, we know it's the wrong thing. You see what I mean? Yeah, sometimes the 1% of the time when it might, something feel right and then it turn out right, it feel wrong. I repeat again, sometime when something feel wrong and it turn out right, there's nothing still not wrong with that because you're still operating in that, energy, whereby that's what you want. So that's why you have to pray something sometime. I wonder if this is gonna go right. You're not gonna tell yourself that at the jump, but we all get that intuition thing in our heads, even if we don't say it sometime. Yeah, in the back of the mind, you might think it, yeah, but you hope for the best. Yeah, because we don't hope for negative things, we don't dwell on negative things, I should say. We want the best, so we turn up in that power, that energy, right? Yeah, and it's an energy that, the energy to make your mind firm, the energy that, you're ready. And it's not a joke energy, guys, because, as I said, you don't have to be a full-blown bubba man with your locks by your head to be a Rasta. Rastafari is equal rights and justice for all. You hear what I say? Rastafari is all about being assertive and ready. Rastafari is all about present. Haile Selassie. Rastafari is all about self-sufficient, self-reliance, and we use what we have to create something for ourselves and our people and our loved ones and for everybody. That's Rastafari. Rastafari is doing the right thing. You understand? Rastafari is coming out in the open and give thanks for another day, another night, and another awakening. Haile Rastafari. And guys, this is how I want you guys to operate. Get your surrounding ready. Get the preparation in, get the thing ready, and get yourself ready, right? It don't take a lot. All it takes is just you have to be present and ready, and you see what's gonna happen next. Okay? You will see for yourself. Turn up, ready. Yeah? Turn up, ready. Okay? and you see what happens. Just try it. So I think here now, guys, we've done quite a bit today on this side, and I will get my little brush, you know, and come back and go in some little creases, right? Little touch out in the in some little sections where I'm gonna touch out some little places, right? Yes, guys, but you know, I love to reason with you guys like this, right? And love to talk more as we go along, but yeah, you're not gonna, don't worry, you know, I'm comfortable in my space, and I'm comfortable talking to you guys. So I think it's the right time to start, you know, interacting with you guys some more. Yeah, man. And yeah, that you guys have a wide understanding of things, you know, if you're interested and you're here. That's what we want, for you to know that I'm also a listening ears, and you can also learn anything if you choose to. If you choose to take away anything from what you've seen or hear, you can. And as I said, nothing around here is for sale. Okay, nothing around here is for sale. Yeah. So I think we've done a lot on this side, guys. Right. So yeah, we've done a lot on this side today. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put this back for now, just for now. Yeah, because as I'm doing it, I'm talking to you guys, and I don't want to get locked in, because that's what I'll be doing here. I'll be getting locked in, guys, and before you know it, I'll be trying to paint in the whole of the fence, going all the way around and stuff. And yeah, that's for another video, or when it's completed into stages. Okay. Yeah, man. So I'll come back on it again with my smaller brush and some more touching up. Get the bigger brush to give here a little touch up and bring it back that way, and maybe I'll get another one of them paint as well. But yeah, let's go. Well, guys, before I sign off, guys, I'm going to yeah, just want to put a little touch on this one before I forget. I was going to put this over here. But yes, guys, you know, it's been a long one today. It's been a nice, good, you know, talking to you guys today. Yeah, man, really good. And yeah, we have to do it some more, a lot more. Yeah, man. Because as I said, you know, things and times are changing, and this is when I have to pull you guys aside now, you know, and talk to you guys properly as your guidance. I'm here. I'm a listening ears, and I also can be a wealth of knowledge and protection, because with knowledge comes protection, right? And when I say protection, I'm talking about being around good people. That's what I talk about. I ain't talking parables, you know. Being around good people, that protection Because we don't want nobody to lead us in the dark. You get me? You can go and lead somebody else in the dark if that's what he's about. We want people to lead us in the righteous path. You know, in the path of righteousness. Right? Yeah. That's what we want. You know, that's what all of us want. You get me? We don't want nobody to come with your little nasty behaviors and disruptive self to cause problem and animosity in our lives. No. You know, too much of that madness been going on for too long. For too long. And I can't believe that, you know, people is still doing these madness. You understand? Grow up, wake up. You know? We all have to be play a part in each other's life. You know? I don't know where some people feel like them just born big. Like you just get up and born big. Where were the days when, you know, people used to, you know, I used to hear like my elders saying this. Now I'm saying it myself. The days when your friends used to, or certain friends used to be out there doing stuff and then they know it's not right, and then your parents, close brethren or family or whatever, see you and say to you, say, no, but no Mr. So-and-so son that or daughter that. You see what I mean? We have to make sure say them are right, and even though they do over this, they're doing the wrong thing, we have to make sure say no, what they're doing, it's dangerous or they can get hurt or whatever, because certain child or kids or whatever, they don't know, when it's a play, it's all about play. Sometimes they don't know the dangers. So it takes a village to raise a child and also guide a family as well. You understand? So that's the standpoint I'm coming from with certain arguments. It's all about that protection and love and kindness and care for your neighbor, your friend and your families and people. You know? Yeah, we have to have that thing about us, man. We can't just don't care about, you know, it's easy for certain people to don't care because, as I said, some of them purchasing power and them mindset, them feel like they've reached where they're going, so they don't have to deal with nobody and they can be out of harm's way and danger. All of us can do that. All of us can stay in our yard and cook with food and do whatever and mind our own business. But is that the right way to live? Is that the right way to have the knowledge and live with it and die with it? Is that the way to bring everything to the grave and don't share it with nobody else, pass it on to no generation or nobody? Certain knowledge just gone when certain people gone. And that's the thing what I'm seeing now with a lot of the elders and greats. Some of them gone and some of the knowledge are gone in them. Oh my God, it's a shame. It's a wealth of knowledge where a lot of them didn't get to pass on. You understand? And it's serious stuff, you know, guys. Them things they can break countries, break any country. Them things they can break down any nation when you don't get the youth, them and people involved in certain things, get them skilled up and knowledge up and to certain things. You know? That's why you hear like certain countries said, them short of skilled workers and them short of this and them short. It's them things. Because a lot of the skilled person and a lot of the people with the knowledge, they migrate and some of them die because they go and work for these big companies, and the big companies them have the knowledge and the secrets, you know, which they can utilize within them organization. But you as a people and as a nation and as a country, your country will get weak and weak and weaker because certain people, they can get there faster than you. And when I say faster than you, there's certain knowledge which can make you propel into certain places where you never think you could have reached. You understand? And that's the power. You get me? So these are the things that we need to do. Take control of ourselves and our actions and our things, you know? And then we can execute, guys, properly. Right? No joke. Okay? So with that been said and done, guys. I'm not gonna pack too much in this one, right? Even though I want to. I've already packed a lot, guys, but we will get some more in soon and very soon, because we're doing it, guys. We're doing it. You know, it's time and we're ready. So love you guys. Can't wait to engage, that we can speak some more. All my subscribers, all my viewers, peace and love, and be safe. Okay? One love.